Hey, g'day. Welcome to Byron Bay as the sun starts to go down and things start to get a bit pink and nice here. Just got a box arrived from China from T-motor, so I thought I'd just do a little bit of an unboxing of the things that I got. The thing that I mainly was getting with these new motors, these F2203s. Yeah, I've been running an F2203 and these are an F2203.5. So extra half mil on the stator. They're a 2850 kV versus what I have been using, which is the FPV cycle. And they're a 3000 kV. Upped it in the stator, downed it in the kV. Probably just a slight bit up on weight. And then the other thing I got was this. A new 4-in-1 ESC. Up until now, I've not used a 4-in-1 ESC. I got an Airbot Wave, I think it was, but it wasn't an F32. Sorry, a BLHeli 32. So anyway, this one, stickers, wires, XT30 standoffs, capacitor, and the cable to the FC. Hopefully you don't have to shuffle too many of them around. And then, nicely packaged, we have this F30A Cinematic ESC, and it is bloody tiny. It is a 20 by 20, but unlike most of the other ones, which extend and are almost basically 30 by 30s with 20 by 20 holes, this is actually a nice small one. It's lovely and small. So my aim is to actually get that and fit it into the frame below the mount. So there's a mount in here, and that's where the FC goes, and this will go underneath it. So effectively it'll sit under there with a couple of standoffs to give it some space, and then the plug will come through to the FC. And then of course, that's upside down actually. It'll go that way. So the plug will be up, and then it'll go to the FC. Probably don't need a cable anywhere near that long. Probably needed a quarter that length, but anyway. And then of course it'll go into all these wires that run through into the motors. And I think that'll make it heaps lighter. I think it'll make it so much easier to build. It's such a bugger to build with the individual ESCs. At the moment, and I guess I'll see if I can show them to you. So here's the Aeracer that it's going into, the Aeracer 5. Just pull the battery out. That's the Raceline V1 650 milliamp hour from Tattoo. So just in here, you can sort of see there's those fly color F35s. Now I was struggling to get individual ESCs, and that's one of the reasons I'm now going to a 4-in-1. It will make it a lot easier to build, and I think it will be lighter now that it'll fit. None of the other ones would have fit inside of this, so I'm happy that this will do that. But these fly colors, they were a bit heavier than the Airbots that I was originally using, but the Airbots, suddenly I couldn't get them anymore. Just a few more things about this. This is the latest prototype since the one I took to Melbourne for Thomas Pittmata to fly. And it's got a few things new. It's got a Foxeer Predator Nano 5 camera instead of the Phoenix Nano V2 that I had from RunCam, which had, I think, better color, and it looked better, and it was better dealing with light and shade. But definitely this one, it picks up detail. It's very low, 4 milliseconds latency apparently. The other thing that's new is, and this is the tracer I've got running in here now from TBS. So the TBS tracer with an Immortal T coming out the top here, and in the bottom the dipole in there. I was already using one of these True F2RC singularities, but this is the longer one, and this is the one that's got the lock that goes onto the UFL, which I like. The other thing that's new is the FC, which is a Foxeer F7 V2, or what are they call it? F722, I think they are V2. F722 V2. The battery is new. I was just using a FMR 650. Now I've got these Raceline ones. No sag in comparison. Before, the other ones were sagging down to 10 volts. Sometimes these don't get below 13. Made a very big difference. Originally, I was running these props, which were a GenFam 5125, and nice, very light prop, great for these little motors. But actually, I found with this other battery, it's actually got the go to run these new ones from GenFam, which are a 5130, and they're pretty chunky in comparison. You can probably just try and see here if I hold one up against the other. Obviously, they're not the same, but maybe like that. They look pretty similar to the camera, but there is definitely a fair bit more meat. There's a bit more pitch, and that extra pitch also will be well suited to these new motors, which are the 2850 kVs. So let's open these and see how much they weigh. I find that I'm a bit noisy on the mic. Probably don't even need a mic really for this, but I like to have good sound. Okay. Oh, here we go. So we've got some screws, and they've got a pretty nice looking nut. It's not too high, it's not too low, and it's got really nice just serrations on the back to make sure it binds well. So that's good. And here we have our motors. And there you go, have a look at that guy. Pretty horn, huh? I like the hex, but really, spokes. Double spokes, let's call them. F2203.5, 2850 kV. Of course, these have got a 12x12 mount. They might be 24, actually. Bit hard for me to read that in this light. So, but they do look a bit lighter than the ones that were on the, I think they're definitely a bit thinner than the FPV cycle 2203s. Let's just check for weight. 21, okay, 21 grams. Pretty similar weight to the FPV cycle. And I think, look, with this amount of thrust, it's a few grams here or there is not going to make that much difference. And I am saving a bit of weight by going from 4 individual ESCs to a single ESC. I'm going to change the weight balance a little bit with that by basically, sticking that in the stack underneath the mount. It means my battery will go a bit lower, but that weight of the ESCs will go higher. So it should end up balancing out. I can always adjust the battery a little bit. Well, obviously I can't move it any further in, but I could move it further out if need be. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty keen to see this thing fly. At the moment, from when I took it down for Thomas to fly, I think it's already 20% better. I've got the new 50-degree angle nose cone on it, and so that was the major thing holding him back. But I think the sag was the other thing, getting some props with a bit more bite. And it's not just a bit more bite, like these props are just a lot stiffer. They've just got heaps more stiffness in them. Maybe I'll do it through here. Here we'll do the demo. And you can see how much the 5125s deflect versus these 5130s. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to rip. It already is ripping. I put Emu Flight on it, which I think was a pretty good idea, but I wasn't able to do Black Box. So I think I'm going to go back to Betaflight. And I think there's a new Betaflight as well. I think they're up to 4.29. So that'd be great to try out and see how that works. And yeah, get some logs with the new bits and pieces with this new ESC, and I think I should be able to get some more telemetry off the ESC as well, which would be good. Pretty excited. I'm going to get it built this week and fly it, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. And yeah, I just might turn the camera around so you guys can have a look at what it looks like here at the moment. It's pretty zhuzhy, pretty nice. Anyway, hope you're all having a lovely day, and yeah, bye from Byron Bay.